Hi, it's WorldRocker2K12, and today I'll be answering some questions people asked on Instagram. How old are you, and what was your first creation? I'm 15 years old, and my first creation was either an apple or a watermelon. How do you keep your clay clean? I use baby wipes and rubbing alcohol before and after I bake my clay. How long have you been doing clay? I've been doing clay since the beginning of 2012, so 2 to 3 years. What inspires you to make charms, and who inspires you? I get most of my inspiration from people on YouTube and Instagram. My favorite inspirations are the people I follow on Instagram. Favorite brand of clay? My favorite brand is Primo because it has a large color selection and the consistency is not too soft and not too hard. What was your first charm? I don't remember exactly what my first charm was, but I know the first sort of jewelry piece I made was a bracelet for my friend that had watermelons and red and green beads on it. How did you get into making clay charms? Well, at the beginning of 2012, I stumbled across a video, I think it was a waffle tutorial, and it was made out of polymer clay, and I thought it was so interesting that I wanted to go out and try it for myself. What kind of music do you listen to? I like to listen to pop, classic rock, and jazz. Why do you like making clay? What do you think is the funnest with making it? The reason I like making clay, I can't really describe it, but I just really like making my own things, whether it be out of clay or some other medium. I just really like making things my own. And the most fun thing I think is cupcakes, because there's just so many things you can do with them or make out of them. Do you only make kawaii charms, or do you make other creations too, like realistic food? I usually make kawaii things. I tried making realistic things at first, but I just wasn't that good at it. And I really do like the kawaii things. I just think they're really cute and simple. What do you use to clean your clay? I use 100% acetone. I got a big bottle of this at a beauty store, but you can also use rubbing alcohol, which has a small percentage of acetone in it. When did you start making polymer clay, and did your friends know about it? I started in January or February of 2012, and I showed a few of my friends the things I made, and some of them went out and bought some clay themselves. If you could make only one more clay charm creation, what would you make? I would make a chibi or a character, because some of the characters I see people make, they're so detailed, and I'd want to do that myself. What's your favorite thing to make out of clay? Now, I don't really make things over and over again, but I do like making desserts, like texturing them and all the small details. I think that's really fun. Favorite movie, and how long have you been doing polymer clay? So my favorite movies are Forrest Gump and Stand By Me. There's probably a few other ones, but those are the ones off the top of my head. How has your day been? It's been good. I just got out of school yesterday, so least favorite brand of clay and why? So my least favorite is, I don't know, it's sort of a tie between Craftsmart, Sculpey, and Fimo. Now, certain clays can be alright, like they're not too soft, not too crumbly. Depending on the temperature it is or whatever, I don't know, they can be good. But all those three, they seem to be really hard to work with. What kind of brands do you recommend for clay, and what clay do you recommend for beginners? So I recommend Primo because personally I think it's the best, but it's on the pricey side. So if you're a beginner, maybe go with Craftsmart, which is a Michaels brand, or Sculpey, which is soft and good for beginners and a lot cheaper. Is it hard making things out of clay? It can be, depending on what you're doing. If it's something simple, it could take you a few minutes, but sometimes it can take me a few hours. How did you get into polymer clay, and why did you decide to keep doing it? I decided to keep doing it, I don't know. At one point I was really frustrated because my clay kept getting really dirty, so I just I was angry with myself, so I wanted to continue until I was happy with it. Favorite charm to make? Pastries or desserts. How do you make the icing that looks like it came out of a frosting tube? Now, you could look up tutorials on YouTube, but I think what you're trying to say is using like an icing tip that you can get at a craft store or at a baking store, and just push the clay through the icing tip to get that effect. Thanks for watching. Bye.